Hey everyone, how's it going? It's the end of the year or beginning of the year, depending when I get this video out. Hopefully, this comes out after I put out the Amazon review, when hopefully the Amazon review is done sooner rather than later. But I don't know what that's going to be like with the holidays coming up and whatnot. But yes, happy holidays or happy beginning or end of the year. I don't know. I'm recording this before I even finish up the Amazon review, so I don't know when I'm going to get this video out. So this is going to be a mostly unscripted video, but I do have notes that I'm going to be kind of just going over. I want to try to pretty much, give an update and I guess a report of the state in the channel and what I want to do with the channel going forward. The title, the future of Henshin John might sound doom and gloom, but it's not. It's far from it. But I do want to answer some questions and I guess, state my plans going forward and actually make some concrete plans. Back in October, I did say I was suffering from burnout. I'm not sure if I've fully recovered from that or not yet, but yeah, it's a work in progress. I've also been really focused on the Godzilla art collab I was hosting in November that took up a lot of my time and energy. But yeah, let's go over the first part, and that is why my output has slowed down significantly, or where it's just been a struggle to even get these like essays out in a monthly fashion at least. And the first point I have down is autism. I mentioned this in my Amazon review that I am autistic. I've been autistic since I was a kid, since I was born. Who would have thought? But yeah, as much as autism, I would never change me being autistic or whatnot because I've just always been autistic. It is a disability for reasons, and sometimes I struggle to come to that realization. Sometimes be like, oh yeah, autism. It's actually listed as a disability, but it's not just like social disability. So the things about my autism that impact my channel and just my lifestyle, or specifically, let's just go over the channel is special interest and executive function. Now the special interest is a double-edged sword. When I was like really making tokusatsu videos in a more regular fashion, I was really, most of my special interest was, on tokusatsu and whatnot. And while I admitted that I got myself into a tokusatsu burnout, I do want to state though that I guess for me, there's like short-term special interests and long-term special interests. Tokusatsu and kaiju, they're long-term. I've been a kaiju and tokusatsu fan since as long as I can remember. So it's not like that's going to go away, but sometimes I might get a hyperfixation on something else. And when that happens, it can be a real struggle for me to focus on anything else. Like if if I don't have an interest in doing something, it is going to be so difficult. I mean, like immense effort to get anything done. That is especially included when it comes to video editing. Video editing can be very tedious sometimes, and editing is not part of my special interests whatsoever. So while there are moments where I find editing to be fun and whatnot, if I am not interested in doing editing or it's not like related to my current hyperfixation or special interests, it becomes so much more of a slog, and that's part of the reason why it's taken me so long to edit the Kamen Rider Amazon video. Not because it's long or anything, or I have crazy edits, but more so that I'm on Tokusatsu burnout. So I'm not currently interested in Kamen Rider at the moment. I do have tiny bit of urge is starting to come back to watch Kamen Rider, but that's part of the reason why it's been taking so long to get this out. Because it's just editing. I get so distracted for that. And that leads me into executive function. Something that I've been struggling with a lot lately in the past month or two is my executive function, which is a whole different topic, and I'm not fully savvy on it, but basically, I've been doing a little bit of research, and my impulse control has been really really bad. I've been very, very easily distracted with stuff like social media and whatnot. I've not been some of like my vices, I guess. Nothing dangerous. No, like my vice is chocolate milk. Some of like my eating habits have been pretty out of control. So I have trouble regulating myself and sort of controlling those, impulses, those distractions. And then there's the other aspect of executive function I want to talk about is, that, or I should say, executive dysfunction is the failure to start. There's just been days and moments where I've just been stuck on my couch scrolling through social media, and it's not that I want to, that's what I want to spend my day on. No, it's just I feel like I can't do much else other than, like, I will still get up and shower and get myself food, but when I'm just on the couch scrolling through social media, it actually brings a lot of anxiety in me, and I get a little restless. But it's also like I struggle to get started on the stuff that I want to start with. So those are things I've been dealing with on the autistic disability side. And then there's also another aspect of autism, but it's also related to something else, which is there was changes in my life in the past couple of months. Back in September, I had to get a job, had to get back in doing another part-time job because finances were running really low. I was relying too much on my credit card to survive, basically, as I was not making enough money, doing art and whatnot. And I just want to say that, financial stresses, I'm not trying to guilt you guys into paying me to give me money or anything like that. No. If you do want to donate, though, you're more than welcome to, but just don't feel obligated to. That's not my intention. It's because, again, that's the reason why I got myself another job, because I don't want to make my financial responsibility your guys' problem. That's not it. But yeah, I got myself a part-time job at a movie theater, a local movie theater, and it's been great. And while that's sort of helped me in a couple of ways, it's also hindered me in other ways. It disrupted the routine I had before, and it disrupted my sleep schedule a lot because some of the hours I've just been staying up really late because of the job. I've been trying to adapt to the sleep schedule, but I've been getting less sleep as an overall consequence of that. And I'm still not getting a full night's sleep, really. It is something I'm still working on, but I just don't have immediate solutions right now because I'm going sort of against what I've already developed in the past, year or so. So yeah, that's been a struggle, and again, it's been very disruptive to a routine, especially since my days are inconsistent. And I find out my schedule pretty last minute, and it's these things that when you're neurodivergent and you get stuff last minute, it really throws you off. You don't know how debilitating it is, that of how somebody's if our routine is thrown off, it is our day or week or whatever is just gone. So it's been I've not been really adapting well to this change, but it was a necessary change to make because I've been slowly recovering from my finances because of that. By the way, I do want to shout out to the few people that have donated to me or giving money, especially my good friend Andy, who has popped up on the streams a couple of times. Huge shout out to him. He's really helped me out. Yeah, and I just want to shout out to everybody who has helped me through this. When I shared my Ko-fi page or whatnot, I really want to thank you. I'm in a better spot now. I'm not 100 recovered from financial stress and financial problems. I still got a lot of stuff I have to do, but I'm better than I was before. So I thank you for that. Yeah. But anyways, yeah. So just I've not been really productive lately outside of you know work because it's just I can't focus my energy onto being productive. I've not been adapting well and haven't set a new healthy routine that can revolve around my work. It's just I sometimes the shifts and hours and the days I'm working I don't know again because of how the movie schedule works. It can be pretty last minute. So and because of all this routine disruption, it has made me fall back on some poor habits, and I've been struggling to get into the gym and whatnot. I've been eating just slightly less healthier. I've been gaining weight, so it's just, there's been a lot of factors going on behind the scenes that have impacted my output here on the channel. I guess I'm going to end this part here as to this is why my output has been slowed. I don't want to, I want to end this section though by saying I'm not trying to excuse my lack of productivity or output. I don't want you to think that these are excuses. I guess I'm treating please treat these more as explanations. There's I could have done a lot things differently, but I can't really hinder on the past right now, so I just gotta have to start looking forward. So, next section. Is the channel dead? Well, let me give you an answer to that. No. Big fat no, far from it. I do have plans for the channel, and I'm still very early on into both the Rider series and Ultra series. But yeah, the channel will be changing a bit, but no. Straight up no, the channel's not dead. But what I will be doing is I will be adopting what I call the Subraya method, and that is basically have the main edited, really, high production videos come out for half the year and then take a break from those productions for the other half. And I will be going into more details about that starting now. So, what's going to happen to the essays, the ultra reviews, and writer reviews, all the high production, videos? So, those type of videos are going to be on hiatus until July. Why July? Well, because I figured that'd be, one, a great place to have Return of Ultraman pick up and have it align with Ultraman Day again, and all that. That's part of the reason. The other part is I want to give myself enough time to work on these videos. That's the key goal, is that I want to try to give myself more time to work on these videos. So that is part of the reason why there's going to be a 6-month long hiatus, at least for these videos. But hopefully giving me this more time and more time to plan, I can work on videos in batches and take my time, which hopefully will result in better quality videos, because I've not been really pleased with my output of quality with some of my recent essay and review videos, my real edited videos. I feel like I've been slacking on some aspects of the quality, and I want to fix that. And I think giving myself more time will allude to that. And also they're going to be receiving a reboot of sorts. Get a bit of new look, finally update the avatar to the design that's on my profile picture and my avatar for the streams. That's been needing to be done, but I just haven't really had the time to do it, or energy, I should say. And again, I'm just hoping that this will give me time. And by the way, I just want to state that I already have the schedule planned out for the 6 months. So from July to December, I have the videos I want to make. Those are my goals. I already have what I want to do planned out for those. And my goal will be to have 2 edited videos per month, like 2 high production quality videos per month for 6 months straight. They will be varied in length, I assure you, and it's going to be a mix of tokusatsu and non-tokusatsu topics. I know I've been primarily a tokusatsu channel, and in my October update and apology video, I said that I need to talk about other topics, and that's going to be part of it. It's going to be a mix of tokusatsu and non-tokusatsu topics. During the 6 months, I will be alternating between Rider and Kamen Rider reviews. I'm sorry, Rider and Ultraman reviews. So it'll be like I'll be taking on 3 series each for those 6 months. And again, hopefully giving myself this hiatus will give me this time to watch the series without having to binge or stress about getting the series done, because these can be long series, 50 episodes. Really take my time in watching them and all that. So that's the hope there. And then for non-tokusatsu topics, they're going to be a bit, so far they're going to be a bit broader, but that's not to say that they won't include some like tokusatsu elements, or I don't talk about tokusatsu videos and these like tokusatsu productions or whatnot in these like broader topic videos. But they are videos that they are topics I want to discuss about. And yeah, hopefully, while I would love to get more done, it's just I need to find that balance, and I want to try to adopt the tokusatsu, or the Tsuburaya method of how they release the Ultraman shows. Give a 6-month break, and then have the 6 month, be the high quality, what everybody's looking for. I do want to say, though, nothing is set in stone, because I don't know what life is going to throw at me next. I can't predict the future, so please keep in mind that while I do have plans can change for a number of reasons. I do not know what's going to happen in the future, if I get a new job or whatnot, so plans can be derailed, but right now the plans are to have, that's what I'm going to do for the essays and the high production videos. So now we go into what's going to happen in between the January and May parts. Well, first of all, I do say I plan, while I'm taking a break of live streams because of holidays and whatnot, I have family coming to the house, or I should say my folks' house. Yeah, I'm not rich enough to have my own home or anything. No, family's gonna be over, so it makes live streaming a bit more difficult. But once the holidays have really passed, I plan on picking it back, live streams back up, and I plan on streaming at least once per week, unless something comes up, obviously, that derails it. And then within the January and May, I'm going to try to put out at least one low production video per month talking about a topic that I want to talk about. And low production, I mean, I'm not going to be writing scripts. At best, it'll be like notes that I'm reading off of for this video right here, but nothing scripted. Editing is going to be bare minimum. That's pretty much going to be that. And I say at least one because there might be topics that come up that I want to put in my 2 cents, or there's a movie I just want to genuinely discuss about, or something might pique my interest. And I think so far the only things that I really have set in stone is I do want to give my initial thoughts on Blazar once that ends. Sadly soon. I don't want Blazar to go. And then I do want to talk about -1. I want to give -1 some time to breathe. I want to finish up the rest of the times I'm going to see it. I don't know how many more times I'm going to see it. I've seen it 4 times already. But I want to give some time to breathe. So sure, I'm missing out on the bandwagon, but I don't want to replay points that everybody's making. So that's sort of it for that. And also, during those 6 months, I'm going to try to start a podcast. Which, oh no, not another podcast, because my last attempt sure went well. For those who don't know, I have a playlist with unlisted podcast episodes of me reviewing films, mainly tokusatsu, but they're not great. Please don't listen to them. But no, this one is going to be a podcast, a very low-key, casual, chill podcast where I talk with other people in the broader tokusatsu community. This is inspired by Donnie Winter's Growing Up with Godzilla. I really love watching Growing Up with Godzilla. I love listening to it. And that's sort of the vibe I want to get. It's like it's going to be more casual. I don't necessarily want to be like exclusively targeting, big shots or whatnot. No, this is just more like a low-key hangout podcast. And I would like to get some bigger figures on there, but it's going to be a variety of people, like some of my friends I'm sure I want to interview. But I did put out a tweet a few months ago, I believe, asking if anybody would be interested, So yeah, that's something I'm going to be working on. I don't know a title for it yet. It's still pretty early on, and I don't have anyone lined up yet. I'm going to wait till December wraps up, and January is when I'm going to start asking people, hey, do you want to, be a part of this podcast? Yada, yada, yada. And I'm hoping it's going to be a good time, and we just talk about tokusatsu, why we love it, what's our favorite tokusatsu. It's kind of be that vibe, and then I'll talk about, their lives and like their projects and whatnot. And I'm hoping to get the show started sometime between March and May. That's the target goal. And it's going to be more of an irregular podcast type of thing. There's not going to be a set schedule, but it is a type of show that I just want to do because I want to chat with other people in the tokusatsu community. That's what I want to do. I like to be part of these more collaborative type of stuff. And then on more outside of the channel, I'm going to make an effort to finish my one-shot comic, which I've taken quite a bit of a break on. So I'm going to finish up that one-shot comic. That's probably going to be a subject of a couple of live streams. But yeah, I'm thinking the art's going to be pretty inconsistent because now I've taken such a break on it. But hopefully I can get it done sometime within the next few months. No promises. I will obviously, of course, be continuing to make art and sharing it on social media, fan art, non-fan art, and whatnot. And then once my comic is finally finished, I've been really interested in stop motion lately. I don't know if it's just a hyperfixation or not, but it is something I want to play around with. And if it sticks, maybe something will come out of it. Who knows? But it is something I generally want to, play around with, and it is something that I've somewhat have done in the past in the background. But I don't know, it's just like stop motion is very appealing to me right now, and it's something I want to talk about. So, with that said, here's the final thoughts. I've made some genuine mistakes when running this channel, and I've also had to remind myself about some of my limitations. My focus going forward will be to try to find a balance of creative expression and healthy lifestyle. Hopefully this can be a first step to making better changes for both me and the channel. And finally, thank all of you, everybody here who has subscribed and have stuck around with me up to this point. And hopefully I can make the quality type of videos that you all deserve and the videos that I know that I can make. And yeah, that's about it. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you have a fantastic day. Take care and shoo watch.